How's it going? This is Brian from Change is Good. In this video, we'll be hunting through another $500 box of half dollars. We'll be looking for silver proofs, NIFCs, or coins not intended for circulation, foreign coins, mint areas, and varieties, such as double dies and repunched mint marks. And of course, we're also looking for anything to fill slots in these albums over here. This is one of two different boxes that were ordered by somebody else, but they decided to change their mind and not pick them up. They've been in that vault for like 3 or 4 months now, and I finally decided to pick them up. Will this be their loss? There's only one way to find out. Let's see what we get. And by the way, I received some boxes from the exact same load with the same stamp on the same day from the same truck, and they had a ton of silver in them. Was this person a fool for passing these up? Let's hope so. Looks rather normal for now. Now let's see what's in the rolls. Roll number 11. We have our first find. It's a 1974 S proof. All right, we're on the board. Let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 14. This time we have an NIFC, or a coin not intended for circulation. It's a 2002 P with a mintage of 3.1 million. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 19. And we have another NIFC. This time it's a 2018 D with a mintage of 6.1 million. This is one of the more common NIFCs you can find. All right, back to it. We're now on roll number 26. And guess what we have here? Looky there. A 1966 Philadelphia 40% silver. All right. The question is, will there be more? Let's find out. Roll number 28. And there's more. Let's see what we get here. 69 Denver, 40% silver. Well, let's hope they keep on coming. Roll number 9 will have 2 finds. And they're both NIFCs. We have a 2005 P with a mintage of 3.8 million. And a 2007 D with a mintage of 2.4 million. All right, well, let's get back to the box. We're now on roll number 41. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2020 D with a mintage of 7.7 million. Last year NIFC. All right, 9 more rolls to go. Let's get to it. Roll number 43, we have a double die. Let's go to the scope. Here we have a 1973 D. On this example, you can see extra thickness here in the motto with splitting down here at the bottom leg of the N. And on the date, you'll see splitting down the right side of the 1 and the right side of the 9 on the inside curl through here and the outside curl right through here. And if you look at the word trust, you'll see extra thickness in the lettering with splitting down the right leg of the R, notching here at the top of the U, splitting down the entire letter of the S with a big notch here at the bottom serif. There's also notching at the top and middle serifs of the number 3 in the date. This is DDO number 1 on Variety Vista, or the FS 101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. It's a pretty cool double die. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 46. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2002 D with a mintage of 2.5 million. All right, we've got 4 more rolls to go. Let's get to it. We're now on the second to the last roll, roll number 49. We have another double die, and this one should look familiar. Let's check it out. Here we have another 1973 D, DDO number 1 on Variety Vista, or the FS 101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. As you can see, extra thickness here in the motto, splitting in the number 1 and 9 of the date. Heavy doubling over here in the word trust, and splitting here in the number 3 in the date. All right, 1 more roll to go. Let's get back to it. All right, we've got an empty box. Now, that wasn't a bad hunt. We had some decent finds, but I'm a bit curious. What's in that other box? Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay, let's see what happens with box number 2. Stubborn one. Looks about the same as the last one. All right, let's get into it. Roll number 4. We have our first find of the box. It's an NIFC. It's a 2010 P with a mintage of 1.8 million. All right, it's a start. Let's keep going. Roll number 15. We have something kind of cool here. It's a 1997 Philadelphia with a small die break down here by the date. See that? That's a raised area. It's probably going to be a cut at some point, but didn't quite reach all the way to the other side of the rim. A minor mint error, but pretty cool. And the coin's in great shape. All right, well, let's get back to it. Next roll, roll number 16, will give us a couple of finds. The first one is a 2009D NIFC with a mintage of 1.9 million. The next one's a 2012S proof in pretty good shape. Not a bad roll. Let's keep going. Roll number 19, and we have another NIFC. This time it's another 2010 Philadelphia with a mintage of 1.8 million. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 22 will have two finds. The first one is an NIFC. It's a 2008 Philadelphia with a mintage of 1.8 million. The second find is a double die. Let's check it out under the scope. Under the scope is a 1971D. On this example, you'll see extra thickness here in the date and the motto, and if you look at the letter I, you'll see a big notch here at the top right and convexity down here at the bottom. And if you look at the word trust, you'll see extra thickness in the lettering with splitting at the bottom of both legs of the R and the top of the U on both sides. You'll also see extra thickness in the letter T in Liberty with widened split serifs on both sides. And if you look at the letter E in Liberty, you'll see a notch here at the bottom right corner of the middle bar. This is DDO number 8 on Variety Vista and can be identified by the doubling here in the word trust, the mint mark placement, and the shape of the letter I over here on the word N. All right, let's get back to the box. We're now on roll number 28. We have another double die. Let's check it out. Here we have the reverses of two different 1972 Philadelphias. The top example is a regular die. The bottom example is DDR number 1 on Variety Vista. As you can see, the bottom example is slightly thicker lettering with widened split serifs at the bottoms of the S's compared to the ones on the top example being narrow and sharp. And if you look up close, you'll see notching here at the bottom right corners of lettering, especially here in the word states. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 33 will give us a couple of finds. The first one is an NIFC, a 2004 Philadelphia with a mintage of 2.9 million. The second one is a 1976S bicentennial proof. Not a bad roll. All right, back to it we go. We're now on roll number 38, and we have another double die, and this one I have never found before. It's a tough one, and believe me, I've been looking. Let's check it out. Here we have a 1974D. On this example, you'll see light extra thickness here in the date and the motto, and there's very light splitting here at the bottom of the letter I and the letter N. And if you look at the word trust, you'll see very slight extra thickness with small notching here at the upper right corners of the U on both sides. But believe it or not, the easiest way to identify this variety is not by looking at the obverse of the coin, it's by looking at the reverse. Let me show you why. The best way to identify this variety is by looking for this large die scratch running from the bottom left corner of the letter I in the word United down through the bottom right corner of this star right here. This is WDDO number 2 on WexlersDoubleDie.com. I compared the pictures to the website, and this one is an exact match. Even the other scratches are a match as well. This is definitely it, and it's the first one I've ever found. It's also an empty slot in the albums. This is one of the toughest double dies to find in the Kennedy Half Dollar series. And yes, if you're wondering, I do scope every 1974D on the reverse for this specific die scratch. And we finally found it. And this is all thanks to another hunter getting discouraged and not picking up his half dollar boxes that he ordered. Thanks, man. Now let's get back to the box. Next roll number 39. And we have another NIFC. This was a 2006 Philadelphia with a mintage of 2.4 million. All right, let's get back to the box. We've got a second empty box now. Let's do a recap of the hunt. Well, we didn't find as much silver as I'd hoped, but we did pretty well. We had a total of 23 finds, including 2 40% silvers, 3 proofs, 5 varieties, including a 1971D, DDO number 8, a 1972P, DDR number 1, a pair of 1973D FS101s, and my favorite find, a 1974D, WDDO number 2, the first one I've ever found. We also had a 1997P with a partial cut inside the date, and to top it off, we had 12 NIFCs ranging from 2002 through 2020. And now it's time for a small ceremony. Drum roll, please. We've now found all 3 1974D double dies. Nice. We've now hunted 75 boxes and have 153 out of 297 slots filled. We're making progress a little bit at a time. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it tempted you to raid your grandfather's coin collection, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of the finds in this video, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story, and some of those stories are ones that someone else didn't want to hear. I'll see y'all next time.